What's up, guys? I actually got a couple questions about what I do in the fish room on my maintenance days. Usually it's maintenance days are Friday or Saturday. So as you know, I think my camera's crooked. You know, I do shoot the pump, getting the water out of the tanks, I put it back in. So basically, I might talk during the video. I'm just basically going to do what I normally do on the weekends, just so you guys can see how. Yeah, there's way easier ways to do it if you've actually got automatic water change systems. I don't. But simple enough with the pumps and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to do my thing. Towels and gloves are important in my house because I drink water everywhere, as you can see. So basically, all I'm really doing, I rarely do water changes on the shrimp tanks because I try to keep those parameters just as perfect as I can get them, so I don't really want to mess with them. So basically, what I got is I think it's like a 1,200 gallon per hour, 1,300 gallon per hour pump. I just run that out the front door to here, and then use my extension to just hit every tank. So I've already done every tank from here all the way around. What I'm going to do, see that one's very low. I don't like to get them that low, but the process is pretty quick, so I can basically just get back to it in a few minutes. But yeah, so really, all those are shrimp tanks. Shrimp tank, fish. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So whenever I get this one down low enough, I'll change some of the water in here since I got the Arandas in them. But yeah, then we go through the fill up and all that. Most of the time, while I'm just waiting for things to drain a little bit, I mean, it's quick, but a lot of times I'll jump on the laptop and work on videos or check work stuff or whatever. Yeah, this is it. Usually about an hour process total. Obviously, I've already started some of this. Then leak on this one because I moved some things around. Planted some cribs, moved some cribs out, put it on a different tank. These guys don't like when I do water change on this thing. They get a little flustered. So Mirandas are kind of little prima donnas in my opinion. They're so cool when they get upset when you start messing with anything. Yeah, you know, I'm not really sure. I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm not sure if you've actually seen the bin set up close up before. So basically all I did with this one, you know, I propagate plants, Java fern, Ludwigia, got some subwasser tang over here, got some Java moss over here. Yeah, back here all that is a just a little power head that I have sitting on a foam block filter, surrounded by a foam block filter. So pushes it out from underneath. Pushes it out from under that rock, sucks it back in, keep everything going. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's a cool little setup. Ben's like what, $10 at Walmart? Can't beat that. All right, well I'm going to put this back over here. I'm going to get the hose from outside, start the fill up process. Which all that entails in that, rock the pump in. It's massive water storage. That'll give us a chance to clean out the dirty water in the line while I'm getting wondering how I keep that from spraying all over me without turning the pump off. Right there. Makes it nice and simple. So, I know that was the last tank, but I'm kind of OCD, so it bugs me that this tank is lower than the rest, and it feels like it should start and go back around. So, a lot of times I do this first when I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's just straight RODI water. I want to say my TDS in the bucket right now is maybe 8 last time I measured. Usually once I get it up to, it hits around 10, 15, I'll change out the DI resin, change out my carbon block filter, and change out my sediment filter. And then it's good to go again for another 3 or 4 months. But I buy that stuff in bulk. I don't buy it from the manufacturer that I got the kit parts from because it's stupid expensive. So, yeah, I mean, it's simple just to buy what you need and buy it in bulk, because a lot of people use sediment filters now, and carbon block filters aren't too bad. Usually you buy them 6 at a time for what you actually pay for one. A lot of these other sites that specialize in fish and RODI systems, I guess they don't realize that it is a public consumable thing on for other uses, but whatever. I'm not going to be too upset about it. Found a loophole, found a way around it. So, a hobby like this, it gets expensive. So yeah, you got to definitely save money where you can. All right. Trusty clamp. Put it inside there. Give it a nice little foothold and done. Just kind of wait on that for a while. I've actually thought about switching from my Python hose over to a 1-inch hose, because I know I showed you last week, but 1-inch corrugated pond hose, ridiculous how fast that water comes out of there. It is insane. Matter of fact, you want to stick around and haven't closed out yet because this video is incredibly boring, I will hook this up and do a water change on the 150 so you can see just how fast that thing drains. It's insane. So yeah, it's going to be a little while. I may actually post an update video later. I doubt anybody's going to sit around and watch that. So anyway, yeah, this is all I do. So when that gets finished filling up, I'll just go tank to tank, putting water in, straight RODI. Like I said, I really only change water in the fish tanks. Well, I do bigger changes. Every now and then, if I notice the TDS is getting a little high, I'll do a water change on the shrimp tanks. But for the most part, it's good. I mean, they stay really good. I keep them really well maintained. Oh, I want to show you this too. So I moved my purple Harlequin Rasboras out of here, put them into the rainbow tank. They seem to be doing really well. But I was looking at how densely populated my Shrimp King tank in there with the goldenbacks were, so I moved about 15 over here to start a new colony in here. And yeah, they're very happy. They're doing really well. I actually do have fluval shrimp stratum in this one, which is not really great for neos, but the other thing I noticed is this was one of the first tanks I started with the shrimp stratum, and it is starting to lose its buffering ability. So this tank is actually 6.9 pH, and the TDS is right around 175. So that's pretty close to good for what these goldenbacks need. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna get some good colony going out of these guys. So oh, yeah, one other thing too, something I did the other day at work that, you know, I don't know if I've ever explained to you, but what I do at work, I actually have my own desk now. For years I've been hot bunking type guys with the, you know, you work shift work, and I worked shift work since 2001, and yeah, I ended up actually am the lead of that team now, and the technical manager and the hiring manager, so my days are insane. do a lot of hours. So this is kind of my de-stressor. Every day I come in and I check on each tank. I just, it gives me a time to unwind at the end of the day before I have to get up and start doing it all over again. But yeah, at work, I have on my desk now, I make these little, you can put pretty much any kind of bowl at all, it doesn't matter. But like I have one, it's like a goblet type chalice. It's all glass, looks really cool. Big bowl on it, about that big. So I put in some shrimp stratum in the bottom of it, and put a bunch of plants in. I had some Java moss, some loose philandra in there. I believe I also put in some driftwood, just little pieces sticking up. So it's like this entire eco-sufficient goblet. I mean, all I have to do every week is top it off. I actually took a little piece of airline hose, so if I need to change a little water out because it's, I don't know, the readings are a little off, I'll just siphon it out. Anyway, I had some people walking by the other day and they stuck their head in and they just were very nice. They commented on how cool that was, and because I have cactus and bamboo and jade plants, and I just kind of like plants, but I really love aquatic plants. So yeah, I had that in there, and they looked at it, and then one of the guys came back by and he asked me if I could make him something like that, and I said absolutely. He said bring me a bowl or a glass or whatever you want me to do it in. I'll absolutely do it for you. So he brought it in. Next day I got up, got all the stuff together, built it in the morning before I left work, which by the way is 3:30 in the morning. I'm working on this. Got it all together, figured out, I don't want it to be overcrowded. I don't want it to look too busy, so I just want it to look right. So actually used some excess substrate from the bin over there, because that's probably the best source for my bacteria, because that's always been seeded, and that's where I put excess after I've cleaned it up from tanks that I tear down and rebuild with new. I'll add some of that back in. So anyway, basically gave him a good system going already, and brought it in and fixed it. And he came in and walked by the desk, introduced me to another guy that was interested in it, and he also was interested in shrimp. He actually knew a lot about shrimp and knew a ton about aquatic plants. So he introduces me to him. I give him his bowl, and he didn't even speak. Like, his jaw dropped. He was just like, man, this is amazing. He's like, really? I mean, honestly, I can't believe you did this for me for free. I said, well, I love it. It helps me out because I can offload some of my plants because I have too many anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's just a little thing of beauty that you can look over on your desk, and it just hardly any stress. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I actually have a red panda and a black panda in mine at work, so that also gets people going, because I've got shrimp posters on my wall because I'm kind of a nerd like that, and people would look at that and they have no idea what's going on. They'll ask you if you eat them or whatever, and it's always a good chance for me to go into the whole thing about shrimp life. And if they ever are interested, I'll teach them whatever they need to know, and I'll sell them shrimp. So it kind of works out. But anyway, the other guy that he introduced me to, seen him around the building, hadn't really ever talked to him before, but yeah, he actually started talking to me, and he looked at that guy's bowl, and he starts going, wow, you got like a baby Anubias in there. Is that pearlweed? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, it's pearlweed. I just got like 2 or 3 things. Yeah, that's gonna grow fast, but I showed the guy how to clip the tops with your fingernails, and you can replant it, or put it in his freshwater tank at home, because he actually has one of those. So yeah, then he noticed that there was loose philandra in there. I put a couple pieces for him, some Java fern, but this guy knew what he was talking about, and I was kind of giddy. I think there might be one other person in the building, and that's Zach, that actually knows a lot about plants and shrimp. So it was kind of nice to actually meet somebody like that. So then he saw my shrimp, and he was just thoroughly wanted to know how he could get some. So yeah, I gave him all the info on that. And it's just very cool to actually meet somebody else like that in the hobby. Seems like we're few and far between. Nobody really gets it. But anyway, so that was cool. So yeah, I guarantee you I'm gonna have a lot more requests to build these things and set them up for people at work, because the guy's already said how many people's commented on it on his desk. So my cubicle is kind of hidden. I've added additional filing cabinets so I can wall myself in, except for a tiny doorway. Where the office he works in, it's all open seating, and so a lot more people are going to see him. Plus, I think I intimidate people with the beard, and kind of I'm an introvert, so I don't really intentionally go talk to somebody. I'm not a fan of people in general unless I know them. But, that sounds terrible, but INTJs, what are you going to do? You put a mask on if I need to be sociable, but I'm not really that guy. But starting this channel is probably one of the hardest things for me, because I don't really prefer to put myself out there like that. But I figured I got a lot of knowledge. I have no problem sharing that if I'm asked, or I know it's helping people. And I get comments on my videos sometimes. I get emails, and it lets me know people are interested in. So I don't mind continuing to do it. Share what I do. Share what I've got going on. But anyway. Alright, well, you can see how long this takes. This is quite it takes forever with the Python pump to get that much water back in. But that's what I was talking about going with a 1 inch. Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, and later I will probably do one just on the 150, so you can see just how amazing that Laguna 4000 is. That thing is incredible. 2 days worth, and you should have seen the nastiness that come out of that water. It's insane. But anyway, I will see you guys later, and thanks for watching again. I will update a couple hours, I guess.